Greetings and welcome to episode 40 of my Empire Total War Darth mod USA campaign, and this, my friends, I we left it last time, where the Prussians were using their allies' land to try and sort of husband their strength, ready to strike down in the port of Memel here, my friends. But we foresaw this possibility and have moved when the Republican Guard armies into position to counteract this possible thrust, my friends, into Konigsberg, which is now our territory. But we also find ourselves with a possibility of being sort of sandwiched here between these two quite formidable armies. This army here is definitely a formidable army, my friends, but it has taken some damage. These units are not all at full strength, so that is in our favour as well. And also this army is full of quite a lot of militia units, which might signify that the Prussians are indeed maybe struggling to raise the forces they need with which to sort of tackle what we've thrown at them. But that does not mean we take our eye off the ball. It does not mean we become complacent, my friends, and just simply think we're going to walk all over this. We have 8,000 of our forces currently in sort of the area of effect that it can actually help us, but we're hoping not to be able to use any of them if possible. I want to try and keep all my forces as much intact as I possibly can. Now, the first force that would come to help us is the force which is one of the finest armies we have, my friends, and that is the Marine Expeditionary Force, which took Konigsberg, my friends. And if I do say so myself, it was taken with a much easier than I thought possible. As you can see, my friends, we did absolutely butcher the garrison here, and possibly the other army that was sort of there has or is attempting to move out from sort of Konigsberg to try and slip through the lines, as it were. But our main goal here is to stop this force and its backup force here taking Memel and hopefully move them away from these regions, much like in the Vietnam War, my friends, when the North Vietnamese and the Viet Cong would use Cambodia and Laos with which to sort of, gather their forces and strike down into the south of Vietnam. The same tactic is being used here by the Prussians. They are moving into their allies' land where we cannot go into, and they're trying to, sort of sidestep us, as it were. But the difference between us and what happened, my friends, in Vietnam is that we will go into Russia and we will go into Courland if it comes to that. I will declare war on them if the Prussians continue this tactic. Believe me, I will not hesitate. We have the forces here, and I will bring additional forces in if necessary. Believe it, my friends, I will not be pushed around. We will not be pushed around. Of that, I can assure you. But, my friends, we are going to intercept this unit. We cannot allow Memel to fall. It is our main port here, not only for trade, but also for refurbishing, refitting, replenishing our naval forces. As you can see, it has done a sterling job here with this naval force back up to full strength. We have the British by the side of us here, but they've got their own war with Courland here, so I'm going to leave them get on with that, my friends. But they have become our staunchest ally. They really have become a very strong ally, which is good for us. But anyway, enough talking, my friends. Let's get on with the battle here. We're going to have units, an army, almost a half-stack army, coming in behind us here. So we have to deploy with that in mind. And they will come immediately off the line. So we have to be prepared, my friends. It's going to be a tough fight. But I believe in the men here, my friends. A Republican Guard army, one of the finest we have. But we've also got the backing of over 8,000 additional troops. And believe me, we will use them if necessary. What a fight it was. Konigsberg has finally fallen. Now we can use this now as a base of operations for further movement into Prussian territory. I know some of you are worried that I'm not active enough, but I've got a plan, my friends. I want to draw in as many of the Prussian forces as I can into this pocket we've got here, where our strength is as a whole. Our strength, as we move out, our strength will dissipate and it will sort of ripple outwards, so the coordination between the armies will lessen and the cohesion will not be as good as it is now, which means we won't be having so many sort of forces to be able to aid us. The more Prussian forces I can draw in and really batter down, the easier it will be for us to move out, the less resistance we will find further on in the campaign, because we've taken a beating here around Konigsberg. Well, that is the plan anyway, my friends. It may not work, but it's a plan I'm going to try and do, and that's to draw the Prussians into our forces, where we are the strongest here around Konigsberg. Now, this is a huge deployment zone. This is massive. Look at this. My word. We're definitely going to avoid the town here. This will break up anything coming in here, but we are up against a formidable foe here, be under no illusions. Oh, if only we were on this side. Look at that hill. That is an absolute beautiful hill for artillery. Look at that. You could pound away at there for all day long. Remember, we have enemy coming in behind us here. This is going to be quite the setup here. We need to set up with both forces to take the front and the back forces coming in behind us. Our cavalry may be crucial here in holding up the enemy forces as they come off the line. So we're going to keep them there a second. But we also might have to divert forces. Now we're trying to find a good sort of middle ground here to deal with both. I think what we will do is we will set up our artillery here. Here, just before this sort of hill here, this hillock is here, look at that, and it dips down into this. We don't want to be firing into the hill here when the enemy get too close. So what we are going to do is we're going to put our artillery here, and my word, look how bumpy and sort of ridged and hilly this ground is. It is huge. There's nothing else. No, this is what we're going to do. Right, we're going to set the plan, we're going to stick to it. Let's do this. And hither. Right, let's get our artillery. We luckily brought 324 pounders with us, which is all, gentlemen, please, which is always a huge bonus. We retrofitted many of these with the 24 pounders. Oh, look at that! What a beautiful sight. We've also got quicklime, which quicklime is brutal, my friends, to the enemy. Now, mind you, if I put my forces down in here, they could come under. No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine there. That's okay. Right, now we've got to decide what forces we're going to put in to take the brunt of the main attack, which are the most powerful forces. This one coming forward, the sort of the weaker force, but not to be underestimated. Not to be underestimated at all. So I think we'll have the Republican Guard facing the majority of the army coming in from straight on, and the back area will be guarded with. You will use these 3 regiments here, plus they'll be backed up by the scouts and also the long riflemen, and they should also be backed up by cavalry as well. It's going to be a mixture, my friends, but it's something we have to do. We have to adapt to the circumstances here. Now, we've got the first foot guards, the very first ones to come out of the training school, as it were. Look at that, what a beautiful sight. Look at that, my friends, what a magnificent army, what a magnificent regiment. So we've got the first guards here defending the core. Second foot guards. Yep, on the right. Third on the left. Wait, gentlemen. Cool. I think we should be good here. And these are earmarked for our. Now, the general is going to be put here, but we've got to be careful he doesn't get the old cart bug. Would you believe that this here can disrupt an entire deployment of a regiment? Which 8 foot, 6. We'll have the 6 foot. Oh, look at this! This village here is going to pose a slight problem for us here. Actually, I'll put these here. They can always be moved in just to cover this. We've got this gap here, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem there for us. We can always move the 6, but we'll move them thus, so they can get a clear line of shot here. So the 8th foot guards, Republican Guard. What a beautiful sight! They can straddle this hedge that's here. Fantastic. And we've got the 7th. Where's the deployment zone end? It goes all the way back here, so they could be coming all the way over here. So we've just got to make sure we are covered here. I think we keep one of our guard regiments. No, right behind us is going to be one of the most crucial holds we have here. Scouts. Now, what do we have here? We've got 1, 2. Well, we've got 4 regiments to hold the rear. It's going to be quite the tough fight here. We're going to use the 23rd Regiment is actually going to be held here to defend the front. hole, gentlemen. And then the rear, which is going to be here. Now, they could come across any part here. So we're just going to assume that they're going to come in from this area. But they may even come from here. They may come in from here. We just got to be ready to respond. That's why I'm going to keep this cavalry thus. Just so it'll give us time to adapt. If necessary, we'll actually face this cavalry this way as well. And then we're going to set up our forces. We shall have, I think, the 85th in the centre. Where's our cannon? Right, so directly behind our cannon, we're going to have the 85th, 86th on the left. This may not be where the Prussians come through, but we're just going to set up anyway, just in case. We've got the 83rd, they're going to set up on the left. So we've got those there. We've got provincial scouts, which are going to just sort of overlap here for us. Perfect. Just to give us that extra bit of protection. We don't have the troops, as it were, the beautiful. And last but not least is these provincial scouts, which are going to extend out to the far right flank here. Now, I'd say that's a pretty good mixture here. We can always divert troops from one sector to the other depending on how it goes, but we're just gonna this is what we're gonna run with. You know, we've got this sort of a double defensive envelope, as it were, where we can just sort of buffer between the two. Let's begin, my friends. Where are they going to come from? Perfect, absolutely perfect. They've come in right from there, so they're going to come in from that flank here. So we're going to adapt now our we're actually going to shift these onto this flank here a little bit further. We're going to angle our defense a little bit differently here. They come. Steady now. Oh, what a shot. That was beautiful. Hussars, we got hussars coming in here. My god, they got a lot of horse. They've broken, they've had enough. Take them down, please, gentlemen, take them down. General's been killed. Steady now, lad, steady. Don't tell me they just walk there. Don't tell me they just walk there. Holy smokes. Get those lifeguards. Get those lifeguards. Come on, gentlemen. Fire. Dare, boy, don't you dare. Oh, lads. Get in there, General. Good God, they've thrown everything at us here. What the blazes are they doing? They've shattered. Right, we're going to switch some of these forces. Damn, they're going to overwhelm us here. They're going to overwhelm us. Good grief, this whole centre has collapsed here. Looks like we have to bring in more additional troops here, which I didn't want, but by damn, we've taken a heck of a beating here. Right, we're going to switch additional forces over to here now. My God, we've lost a heck of a lot of troops here. We just gotta do it. We just gotta do it. Yes, they've broken. Good grief, what a fight this has become here. Gonna shift. He's dead. Alright, let's get our other men as well. There's no point in being... They've just thrown everything into us here. My god, they've got an hell of a lot of... We're gonna have to take all these reinforcements. I didn't want to do it, but it looks like we've got no choice. This front is completely collapsed here. This Republican Guard is completely collapsed. I don't mind if you kill your own men, not a problem for me. My god, this is crazy, this is absolutely insane. To rebuild this army from ground up. Philadelphia. We're going to wait on this hill for them. Cannon here. We're going to need additional troops into this fight. My god, what a fight. Look at this, look at this. It's an absolute bloodbath. We've lost an entire army, my friends. Completely shattered here. That's what we're up against. That is what we're up against. Okay, we've got to try and outflank these. Where's their regiment? Strike the flank and decent the flank here. Let's not wait around. My god, what a fight this has been. Just the whole Memel. Oh, there they are. There they are. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about now, my friends. Beautiful. Get yourself back over here, sir. Thank you. Got to try and set up some kind of coherent front here, but luckily we've got these 8,000 additional forces. This is what I mean. We have to draw in. Being absolutely torn to pieces here. And this one army here has pretty much torn up two full stack Prussian armies here. We've damaged them irrevocably. We really have, my friends. Unbelievable. Come on now, lads, get back here. Actually, you can fall back. We have a proper coherent line here. Oh, 2nd New York. What? Look at this. Look how many dead here. It's unbelievable. We've lost a whole army, but we've shattered almost 2 of them. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Get yourselves up here, gentlemen, if you would, please. Oh, double time it. Double time it. Going to build a strong front along here. There they are. Come on, gentlemen, move. What a beautiful turn on the sixpence there. Oh my god, this is going to be absolutely insane here. Get out of there. Get out of there, lads. These ones won't take care of. Take care of the 24 pounders. Hold, gentlemen, hold. Luckily. Luckily we've managed to establish a secondary force here. No, we've got to take out these 12 pounders here. They're going to do some damage to us otherwise. Oh, thank you. More Marines. Yes, please. Thank goodness we have the Marine Expeditionary Force here. they just standing there for? Move it! God, gentlemen, please. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Body shattered, broken, destroyed. This is now diverted. Fire here. Oh, what a shot. Now we're bringing all guns to bear. Now we're going to make them pay. Now we're going to make them pay. How many forces they've got here? This is unbelievable. Now we're going to bring all of these under firm control. Right. I'm going to limber. You can limber as well. Jeepers creepers. What the place are they doing? No, 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 gentlemen. That's a beautiful sight. Let's try and kill as many as we can here. Oh, they've broken us here. We're broken. My God, what a battle this has been, my friends. It's been absolutely insane here. Only because we managed to get these troops into the fight did we manage to hold here. It's going to take us a long time to reconstitute this force. But we have broken 2 significant armies here for the Prussians. But this is never going to be easy. Never was this going to be easy. Holy smokes. What a fight. Come on now, lads. These artillery have to do the damage here now. That's more like it. Shatter them, please, gentlemen. Shatter them. I'm going to show them who's boss around here. Come on now, lads. As it swallowed them. That's white. Shot. I have absolutely no idea what is going on here. Gentlemen, if you would be so kind as to destroy these, thank you very much. Shatter, take out this regiment of foot, please. They're broken. The places is going on here. You can stop right where you are. You're not going to be brought in. Thank you very much. Come on, finish them off for goodness sake. Oh, the slaughter of the barn. It's more like it. It's going to fall perfectly. All of these gentlemen here can... Oh, look at that. What a beautiful sight. They can't seem to quite get their head around the fact that I want these attacked here. Maybe one day they will actually do that. Come on, gentlemen, it's only 44 men. Show that militia what's for. Beautifully done. What the blazes are they doing? Utterly vanquished. If these break, my friends, I'm going to be all over them like a rash. They've broken, Damn you fiends. We haven't broken them. Oh yes, we did. close victory. I bet we lost an absolute ton of men, my friends, but that's what we've had to do. That army there was squashed between two, and they overwhelmed us pretty much. Good grief. Well, we lost 2,078. We're not bad at all, actually. That's a lot less than I thought. They've lost 4,000 men there. 230, look at the Republican Guard, but they've been absolutely decimated here, my friends. Decimated. Remove yourselves from our lands. Thank you very much. What a fight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy smokes. I think we'll let them take Memel this time because they've got this force here moving in. I'm going to have to move in fresh reinforcements here. Let them just do that. By damn. That was a hell of a... Look what they've got here, though. They've got a... Whoa, 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 whoa. 14,000. I think we'd be utterly vanquished there, my friends. We've got to let that go there. We've got to pick and choose our fights very carefully here. Jeepers, creepers, great balls of fire. They're sending in everything they've got here. Just got to stabilise, just take things nice and calm, not to panic. But by damn, things have really, really gotten themselves tasty here. Okay, Russia looks like it's going to possibly just move to defend St. Petersburg here. Ingria. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing exactly there, my old friend? Look at that, Prussia's right outside Istanbul. Blockading Sweden. We've got ourselves a nice decent bank here, a nice, surplus here, which should hopefully bring us the true... Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Well, well, well. If it isn't old Spain, our old adversary. Look at that, and their allies. Okay, let's see if they let them ready for it. Let's do this. Yes, Britons have joined us. Not a problem. Then you, my friend, will face the full wrath of the United States. Looks like send more troops. My God, what a fight this is. This is an absolute beautiful fight. That's a large force they've got there. But I think they got themselves tied up pretty strongly here with Russia, so I don't think they're going to bother with us anytime soon. Courland, Mamelukes. You'll just pretty much have all of that down there tidied up. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Wow, what a fight that was. What a battle that was. Yeah, Memel's been taken. Ah, excellent, excellent. So everything's nice and peaceful here. Oh, look at this, elections. Secretary of State. What the blazes? That is rubbish. Oh, he's dead. General died. On the battlefield. That's fine. What we're going to do then, we're going to shift these armies around a little bit here. This army is going to be moved into the interior near Konigsberg. We're going to start shifting our troops around a bit. We're going to take out these forces bit by bit here.
Yes, sir. Make ready. Forward. March.
We're actually going to tighten our hold on here. We're going to move things a little bit closer in. Right, let's get these replenished to start with. Whatever the cost, it's worth it.
Sir.
Now this army did take a little bit, but we still got a good our army is still good here. Only 1,882 was the damage. This one is taking a real beating here. Get a new general, Walter Leverett. We start rebuilding. 8,000 to rebuild that. But that's all we took there. That's the only damage we took. We're actually going to start putting... We're going to start rebuilding this force here. We've got cannon. We're going to start reconstituting these armies. We're going to remove the armies from here. This will give us this opening here. We've still got a good strong... Excuse that, my friends. We've still got a good strong force here, so we're going to just move these in just a little bit closer to Konigsberg.
Ready.
Everything's just going to be pulled in a little bit closer to Konigsberg, just so we've got this core here that's able to do this.
Fleet ready. Ship shape and Bristol fast.
Is there anywhere else we can blockade? Still blockaded here. I'm wanting to move this down here and blockade Ragusa here. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's going to take us a long time to get there, but I'm going to do that. But our naval forces are in good shape here. Right, let's get what else we've got here. Here's Prussia, which is fantastic. So they've obviously gone into the armies they need to go into. And also this has been now brought up to full. Yes, it has, because we've put these two in here. This actually won't take us too long to get. Actually, this army is looking pretty healthy here indeed. Right. And competent general and excellent. Right. I'm not going to put that, I'm not going to repair that. Absolute waste of time. All of these have been repaired. We've just pulled our forces in a little bit tighter here. So we are going to be able to defend, even if they come in with these very strong forces here. We will be able to defend. This army here has taken a bit of a battering here. This one has definitely been, look at that, has been beaten. But we are going to retake Memel, and we're going to thrash this army here. I'm going to absolutely destroy Memel. I've got all these cannons here. I intend to absolutely blitzkrieg it. And we're also going to take out this army here. And we're going to free up this sort of side here. We're also going to punch through here. And we're going to free up this flank here. It's going to be completely open. We want them, if they attack into Konigsberg here, we've got 5 armies which are pretty much going to hold against everything they're going to throw at us here. But I want to free up all of this. We can destroy these armies here. That's been absolutely blitzkrieg, this has here. But damn, that was a fight and a half there, my friends. It really was. Okay, well, one thing I wanted to do was to have a look at our ministers here, because I'm not, the treasury here is good, but I'm not happy with this gentleman at all. We've got far better candidates, and still didn't give us anything good there. So the army's going to cost us a lot more because of the poor Secretary of State we have here. Why can't we have some of these gentlemen here? Well, that's what we've been given. We've just got to deal with it. We can shift our ministers around if needed, but I'm going to hit Warsaw. That's what I'm going to go for as soon as possible. But I think we need to take one of these fights here now. These are going to be out of reach. I need to free Memel up, so we're going to take this fight to this army here. Make sure that Konigsberg is fully reinforced. I'd like to see them break these armies here. I think they have a much more difficult time than they think, because this part of the army is fully operational. This force did take a severe beating, it really did. We've got 8 out of 8 here, so actually we still got our Republican Guard intact. And we can reinforce from here, which is what the good thing is. So we are going to take the fight in Memel. We're going to clear Memel immediately. And we're also going to... Tilsit here is also going to be held. I'm not going to allow these in here. But we did batter them in there. Let me have a quick look at what we've got back at home here. I might even put another force and land it. We've got this army group here, but look at, my God, look at Britain. It is absolutely... That's going to be... If we have to take Britain out, that's going to be a fight that I am not going to relish at all. Because that is going to be brutal to the nth degree. Quick look, make sure we're not being... Anything down here is coming our way. No, everything is good here. So these can actually be sent back to here. And how is this? Yep, that's fully operational. We've got 39,710, so considering our trade has been hit, these 3, Russia, Austria and Sweden, have been hit, we've still got 40,000 coming in. And look at that, 104,000 tax income. That, my friends, is how good our tax income is. It's almost virtually paying for the army upkeep, which is pretty exceptional, to be honest with you, in terms of the economy there. So despite that, we're still taking this economy. Let's move them into the trees here. We still have forces moving up here. They've completely drained this western front here, and they're still moving in new forces. Right, let's take the fight for Memel. Let's clear Memel. They've got nothing backing them up at all. Neither have we, but I'm gonna absolutely wipe the floor with these. Right, let's take this fight, my friends. Let's take this fight. Going to clear this passageway here, and we're going to guard against anything coming in that way. We really are. And if Russia wants to start on us, I shall take the fight with Russia as well, because as soon as Konigsberg really starts cranking up the production here, we're going to be okay. We've still got strong forces around Konigsberg. It looks bad at the moment, but we've still got very, very strong forces around Konigsberg, and we would be defending. So if they attack us, we would be defending them, my friends. Oh, look at this. Again, the same area, but this time we've moved slightly here. We've shifted further to the right. Remember, this village here, we were fighting down here last time, because this village here was on a sort of the extreme on our right flank. So we were fighting here in this sort of valley here. But now we've shifted further. We've got this hill here as well for artillery, but I want to put my artillery further forward here to help our forward units. I really want to blitz these as hard as I can here. So in fact our artillery is going to be sitting quite forward here, and we are going to take the fight now to the Prussians here. We're not going to give them any respite at all. Right, I'm going to set the artillery up very close here to the front lines. I don't normally do this, but as you can see,
Artillery reporting. Artillery medium howitzers. Artillery reporting. Artillery.
we're going to do that actually. Okay, that's okay. Oh, shrapnel shot, I like it even further, my friends. Right, we are going to set up some defensive forces here, just in case. What we will do is we'll set them behind the artillery, so they will move forward in front of the artillery once the deployment ends. Now, we are going to put our regiment of horse here. We're going to be looking to hunt down anything we can here. I'm going to go on the immediate left, on the far left, should I say. We're going to have a strike force comprising of 4 regiments. We shall have... actually, we've run out of numbers for these regiments, that's how far we've gone into it. We have these 4 regiments here on the left flank, a strike force. We've got plenty of forces here we can do this with. We actually put our general here. We've got 4 more regiments which will be attacking on the right. And we've got these forces here that will defend. We can actually leave these where they are, and they can move in into deployment next. We probably just need, actually I'll put one more, I think I'll put one more on the right here. Actually we've got plenty, we've got 5 regiments there, 4 regiments here. We'll make this a 5th regiment here as well. These will be more than enough to defend against anything coming forward. Let's begin this attack, my friends. So we're going to defend. Oh God, you absolute idiot, man. What the hell are you doing? Oh my word, it's a beautiful sight. We can absolutely blitzkrieg these. My gosh, we can absolutely destroy them. gosh, this is better than I thought it would be. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at the artillery. It's absolutely blitzing them to hell here. Out of there, gentlemen, out of there. Actually, we'll have these taking care of this here. On the front, on this front here. We're going to try and break this flank if we can. That's where we send a defensive force. Oh my gosh, look at that. They've been absolutely massacred. Take care of them. Here they come. They're coming straight up the hill here. This is why you set. That's why I set up my defences here. Let's just, gentlemen. Let's look lively here. Here they come. Flanks. So that's picnic. Move it, gentlemen, move. If you'd be so kind. Thank you, gentlemen. Fire there. Oh, shattered. They completely and utterly smashed to pieces. That's how you retake Memel. And they shall not come back. They shall not come back to bother us again. Memel has been retaken. We've got to take these here. Fiends. Taken care of. Right, it's time to move in and reclaim what is ours. Come on, gentlemen, break this militia. It seems to be invincible, this militia, almost. And we can focus our firepower now on these. That's more like it. Come on, gentlemen, please reload faster. What the blazes is going on here? Absolutely nothing left. Nothing left whatsoever. Ceasefire. All guns fall silent. Yes! Memel is ours again, my friends. It is ours again. What a fight they've put up here, the Prussians, but look at that. We've lost 426 men, they lost 1,600. That's all they got left. Remove yourselves from Memel. Thank you very much. Once again, it is ours. We bring this army up to full. And let's see what this army will do here, I wonder. Oh, look at that. What a magnificent army here. We really are starting to bring it here to the... I think we can put this back into here. Where's the guard this? We've got this force here. God, what a fine, fine navy that is there. I might even land a force here and try and take Hanover straight off the bat here. I wonder if I can do that here and launch. We've got the Discovery here, which is very aptly named. I wonder if I pull a force. First of all, let's begin the construction of another army here. And 224 pounders. This army is going to be pulled and put onto the ships.
Forward!
We're going to go and try and take Dresden.
For crown and country! Ship orders, sir. Your orders? Sir.
We're going to take Dresden, my friends. We're going to sneak an attack force into there. Now, we've weakened our frontier in the north.
Yes.
Not significantly,
Sir.
but enough that I need to build another army here. So, Philadelphia and Boston once again. Wow, what the heck has that dropped to? Only 8,000 coming in from that there. Wow, that's dropped significantly, of course. You know, our supplies here have... Okay, so we're going to start recruitment here as well. We're going to have some regiment of horse. That's all we can build there. That's fine. How long till this is ready? 6 more turns to go to Modern University. I haven't quite finished the construction of this army either. So we are going to finish that off there. No, 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 no. Gentlemen, please. Actually, we've got no cavalry at all in this. So what's got to do is it. We do need the cavalry in here. In New York. We can actually retrofit this army as well because it doesn't have... Oh, it doesn't have any cannons, but it's got rocket troops. That's fine. We can have 3 lots of cavalry in here just to give us that extra mobility. I think we're pretty secure. But what? Oh my gosh! Why haven't we got slacking here? Slacking severely. This army needs to be complete. We need, I think, some more cavalry in here as well. I need to make sure all these armies can withstand and weather anything that's thrown at them. To be honest with you, nothing is happening here yet, is it? No, indeed not. But we've managed to secure this. This here Memel is under repair. We've got these armies now being replenished. It's going to take a while to replenish them, but still not too badly damaged here at all. To be honest with you, it would definitely these would be able to withstand a significant battle. To be honest with you, this army in here. Oh, look at that. That's looking pretty good actually. This has only taken minor damage, so it's actually not looking too bad whatsoever. We've got quite a lot of recruitment on the route here. We've freed up Memel. We're going to destroy this force here. That's a nice force there. Look at that. 5 cannons. But why have the Russians moved into this area here to help defend against Bialystok here? Why have they moved to Bialystok here? If they come into the war... -8. They don't like us, but still. In Spain, we're at war with Spain, but I'm not really bothered about that. Now, will Courland take this? Nope, fine. Now, what's Spain going to do? Spain has got this here. Oh my god, that's an unbelievable force. But I must keep our focus. Mind you, Britain's going to keep Spain pinned down here quite significantly. Aragon volunteers. They got some nice troops in Spanish. Grenadiers. I think we should be okay here. We can deal with any of these fleets coming in. They've got nothing coming in at all. But our main goal must be to take out the Prussians. I'm going to try and land a force in here, and I'm going to go for Hanover. I'm going to go for Hanover and take Hanover out as quickly as I possibly can. I'm going to start another war, another fight here to draw their forces away from Konigsberg if possible. But we've had to clear all of this out. Look, we've pretty much destroyed 2 armies here. We're going to bring another one to battle soon. There'll be 3 armies. We've lost hardly any men at all, considering. Luckily, we've kept our strength around Konigsberg. If we can draw these into a battle here and maul these and give them a good thrashing, then it'll give us plenty of time to be able to reconstitute our forces. We're already recruiting here quite well here. 3 more cannon, put another army out in the field, fill out some of these that have taken some casualties here, especially this force here. But it's almost good to go replenishing here. So put another 2 units into here. That's fine. That army there. This army is full. The army in here is full. Yeah, everything's going to be replenished. We lost money in here. Nope. These are being replenished. Took a little bit of battering, but nothing really to worry about as such. And this army here is full, so we're actually not doing too bad at all. And then what I'm going to do is once we've freed up this flank here, this force, this army, and this army will be coming down. We're going to punch here and hit this army. We're going to clear this flank, and we're going to rush like hell down to Warsaw, and just put it under as much pressure as you possibly can here. Try and take it. We'll have then moved, and also we're going to hit Hanover here, maybe even Cologne, but no. Actually, we could come down here and take. No, I'm going to try and take Hanover. That will give us this port here then, and that will really weaken there. Give us within earshot, within firing distance of Berlin, which really is the prize here. We've drawn lots and lots of their forces away here, leaving these flanks vulnerable. Right, my friends, it's going to be the last action of this episode, and that is it, my friends. I'm going to end this episode here. It's been nearly an hour and a half, my friends. I know I promised you a 2-hour episode. I've almost brought a 2-hour episode, my friends. For an hour and a half, unfortunately, I've got to go out, which is unexpected. When I said I was going to do a 2-hour episode, I didn't expect to have to go out, but unfortunately, I do have to go out. So, unfortunately, again, real life drags me away from my campaigns, but that is the way life is sometimes, my friends. Of course, if I was doing this full time, believe me, you'd have about 3 or 4 videos a day of this, an hour each, but unfortunately I'm not able to do that, so who knows, maybe one day, my friends, one day. But anyway, I'm going to end this episode here. This is the fight we're going to be taking next episode, and it's up against quite a formidable force here, but they do have these 24 pounders, which really do cause havoc. But we do have this force here, which is going to be, we're going to be using the 5 howitzers we got at our disposal here to absolutely blitzkrieg this force here. We're going to absolutely just maul them and get rid of them here. Free up our flank here. Regroup this army. Get new, replenish it, and then we're going to punch out towards Warsaw if we can here, taking this army along the way, and we're going to free up this eastern flank, as it were, here, and Konigsberg will hold. We will rebuild. If the Prussians come in to attack Konigsberg, we want to draw them into that maelstrom of an assault there, and it's going to draw in all of their forces. It really is going to draw, and that's what we want. We want to take them to battle here, so that we can smash their forces in. It's going to give us so much room to maneuver then once we've done that. But if we're not, we will use these 2 armies here to sort of roam around sort of the rear areas they're not protecting, take out as much as we can. But it's going to be a long fight, my friends. This war is going to go on for a long time. And now we've got another foe in Spain. We're not going to ignore Spain, but we're not going to be diverting forces away from Prussia. Prussia is the overarching goal of this entire sort of campaign up to now. If Russia come into the fight, then we'll deal with that when we can. We can always take additional forces from North America. We'll send them across like we're doing now already. But my friends, this is going to be the end of this episode. It's been the 4-part episode, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed it. As it's been a bit more of an extended episode, not as much as I would like, but unfortunately that's unfortunately what I can do at the moment, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please comment, like and subscribe. Please keep your comments coming down below, my friends. They have been absolutely fantastic, they really have, and they've helped me shape my campaign unbelievably. You really have. It's been absolutely incredible. You are absolutely fantastic commanders, and it's an absolute joy to have you there with me. It really is. But my friends, hope you've had a good weekend. I hope you have a good week coming up, and whatever you're doing, please be safe. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.